Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another Brony Debates Live. I hope you're all doing well out there. It is the last debate before Christmas, and therefore we must talk about Christmas. Now, so I should say this because I had a funny little interaction on Twitter with our friend Cruiser right before we got on here, because I said we're gonna settle the debate of what is the best holiday movie, and yes, I am a simp for Jesus. So I will say Christmas at any given opportunity. However, the fact remains, movies about other December holidays have been made, and I don't know what these guys were going to pick. So I had to say holiday. However, still, everybody picked a Christmas movie. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. I might change the name of the title of the stream later, but we'll figure that out. Anyway, we've got a fun little group joining us tonight, starting with, I believe, the one who suggested tonight's topic, Miss Alisia. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, I am doing all right.
All right, sounds good. We got DJ joining us as usual. How are you doing, sir?
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Oh, God, my ears. Wasn't ready for that.
You didn't need them anyway.
I was ready for you to do something obnoxious with your soundboard, like you. Oh, frick! I just put the idea in his head. Anyway,
I'll get to that later.
we got Mad Munchkin joining us for the first time. How are you doing tonight, Maddie?
I'm doing really good. I am currently eating an apple, so I'm going to be the annoying person making noises like that.
Alrighty then. Yeah, we got Noble Zachary in the chat going, hey, go Alisia. Yeah, we got your sister. Your sister's rooting for you too, Alisia. And also joining us for the first time, we got Canto Acrylic VA. How are you doing tonight, sir?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah. So, before we really get into the discussion here, I'm going to shout out my patrons. Very grateful to everybody's support, especially those on the $10 and up tier. This big long list is Princess Heather Blossom, Shady Oak Ministry, Sid McConroy, Autoknight, Emerald Spencer, Senko, DJ Skywalker, Rein-Kun, Morningstar, Pony Cordero, QFlash, Billy Henline, Alden, MacManx, EasyModeGamer, Canto Acrylic VA, who's with us tonight. I forgot to mention that DJ is with us tonight, but whatever, you already knew that. ZoroArk 720, Mr. Sonic 31, Ridge the Hedgehog, and Dark Malcontent, author of the Metaverse series. Please check out all of their links in the description, as well as Mad Munchkin's channel, on the off chance that you're not already familiar with her. I'm saying that like she doesn't have a way bigger audience than I do. Anyway, so let's see here. Here's the rules for tonight. Oh, one more thing real quick before I get into that. We are still in fundraising mode because I have decided I want content creation to be full-time, so that means we need to get the Patreon up. So if you know any bronies out there that aren't on the Patreon, get them watching this show and see if they like the show, and I would love to have them on as well. Anyway, so here's the rules for tonight. My pick for the best Christmas movie is the best. And not only is everybody else wrong and their movies are bad, but they're horrible people for liking those movies. That's the rule for tonight. We're definitely getting really into the Christmas spirit. So with that being said, Alisia, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
That would be the amazing and very topic of a Muppets Christmas Carol.
Muppets Christmas Carol. Okay, why is that the best movie?
The acting is wonderful. The Muppets are very entertaining. The songs are catchy. The touching moments are just like and the guy that does like Scrooge, I think he does very excellent. And the abuse that goes towards the little rabbit, for some reason, just makes me giggle every time.
Okay. So, what do you guys think about what was it, Muppets Christmas Carol? Canto, what do you think about Muppets Christmas Carol?
I think, your choice is so bad, I haven't even watched it.
Ooh.
Oh, how dare you have guys seen it? It is a beautiful classic.
There's some people there. Love it.
Maddie, what do you think about the Muppets Christmas Carol?
I think Michael Caine is the worst Scrooge ever.
Really? Why do you say that?
Because he treats the Muppets like they're not Muppets. So he's like being the straight man all the way through the movie, and he shouldn't have been that way. He should have been a Muppet as well. A Muppet version of Michael Caine. Sir Michael Caine. It would have been a better movie that way.
Ooh, that's... Alisia, what do you think about that?
That is interesting, but I don't think it would hit as hard. And my brain just started trying to visualize that, and all I could think of was like that horrible movie with like the that Melissa McCarthy was in, where like puppets were murdering each other and just snapping.
Oh yeah.
See, I think we already had Muppet. I think we already had Muppet Michael Caine. And it was those
split into them, two of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you stole my joke, right? It was just the two crotchety old men that are always roasting everything.
Oh yeah.
Waldorf and what's his name?
And if it wasn't that, it was the whole movie of Dark Crystal.
I have not seen Dark Crystal because it looked like it was creepy, but.
Oh, you'd love it. It's just you see this giant man-eating spider as the main character.
No.
Oh my god.
I don't do good with arachnids. I don't go good with arachnids.
Yeah,
no.
I'm pulling your leg on that one, Alicia. But no,
okay.
Here's the thing. If anything, Michael Caine is one of the redeeming qualities of that movie. I think they just totally disrespect the source material. Cause
and then like you got like Gonzo in there, which is our Charles Dickens, and we'll quote lines from like the source material, which I think is nice.
Yeah, but then you've got like Miss Piggy acting way out of character for what, like, the last I checked, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm misremembering, but like the wife, I can't remember that character's name, but that wife would have never said all that stuff to Scrooge's face, because she was aware of the consequences that could be. And here's Miss Piggy just winding up ready to deck him. Like, that's totally off base for what A Christmas Carol is supposed to be.
But see, it's a Muppets Christmas Carol, so that in the context of the Muppets, that makes sense.
Yes.
Plus it's Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. So clearly, the only logical solution to this problem was you can't have Miss Piggy in that role at all. It should have been me. Like, I should have been Kermit's wife.
Running.
You would look good in a bonnet. It would hide like your receding hairline.
You're darn right it would.
Yo.
I think I'll take Maddie's hat, and that'll be my bonnet.
Fan artist to your people,
Oh, how
the Kermit and
adorable you have a
Brony's
death
children.
wish.
Oh my god.
Wait, what did you say, Maddie?
I said, how adorable you have a death wish.
Oh, yeah, that's been established canon for a very long time. Don't worry about that. Does anybody else have anything they want to say about A Muppets Christmas Carol?
It's an amazing movie. I can't even fake being mad at it.
I was being sarcastic earlier. It is genuinely one of my favorite movies ever, and it was everything in me not to hate you for picking that one. I'm like, I should have picked that one. God damn it.
No, dude, I was being dead serious. I was dead serious. I have never watched it. Different era.
Well, different era shouldn't mean anything. I would recommend watching it.
Honestly, it's so good. It was the first Muppets movie after Mr. Henson's unfortunate passing.
Yeah.
It's played so straight for Muppets, which is so weird. It's got great songs. Kermit as Bob Cratchit is surprisingly heartwarming and very heart-wrenching when it gets to the end.
Bob Cratchit, that's right. I'm kicking myself for not remembering that character's name. I swear, I gotta get checked for the. I gotta get.
The first name.
I'm pretty sure I gotta get. If I forgot Scrooge, I'd go check myself for Alzheimer's right now. Which I'm pretty sure I have to do anyway because my memory's been dropping off a cliff lately. But we'll find out.
My memory's always been crap, but I can remember some stuff.
Also, the best part about it's just a funny movie.
Yeah.
It genuinely is.
not the rat! Light the lamp, not the rat!
Oh yes, yes. It has like all of like the physical humor against like Rizzo. Just aw.
I'm willing to say it's a good movie, you know, in all seriousness. I know I was trolling earlier. Mine is similar, but we'll get to it later. Maddie, I want to know what your pick is.
Okay, my pick is admittedly sometimes a very controversial pick because there's an ongoing argument as to whether this is a Christmas movie or
Oh yes,
not.
I've been waiting for this. Hold on, let me go dip my hand wraps in glass for you.
Okay, so my pick, my movie for tonight, anyway, one of my favorite Christmas movies ever, is Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Pardon me for just a second. Die Hard.
Yo.
That's Brawny's future.
I mean, it really is an age-old debate at this point. Like, you can't bring up the movie without people arguing as to whether it's a Christmas movie or not.
You say that it's an age-old debate, but I swear to God, I'm the only one on the planet that says it is not even a Christmas movie. Maddie, I told you to pick a Christmas movie. Just because it takes place in and around Christmas does not make it a Christmas movie, okay?
Okay, I have several reasons as to why it is a Christmas movie.
Tell me.
It's literally set on Christmas Eve. It's set during an office Christmas party. The main character, John, his wife, is named Holly. Come on, like, it's Holly.
Doesn't the movie end with a Christmas song?
And there's several Christmas songs in it. Winter Wonderland, Let It Snow, and it's yeah. Oh my God, I just love it. I just love it so much. It's not just the Christmas element, but it's just such a good action movie as well. And I can't really think of very many Christmas movies that are action as well.
Jim Carrey's Grinch?
Yes!
I know I like spoiled it a little bit for you, but that's not my pick. But I mean, tell me what about that wasn't an action movie? Or what about the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger? What was it? Goodness gracious!
Jingle all
the way.
Jingle All the Way with Sinbad and Arnold Schwarzenegger, where he had to like become the superhero that while he was hunting for the that was a great Christmas action movie. So, but I have yet to hear one good point as to why Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Like, just because where are the Christmas themes?
Where are the Christmas themes? He spends the entire movie fighting to save his wife from these people that are taking over this building through Christmas. They're ruining Christmas for everybody. He is genuinely trying to save Christmas for a building full of people. I mean, come on. And also Alan Rickman.
Yeah,
that's it. Just Alan Rickman.
I would sooner put. I mean, by that definition, Snakes on a Plane is a Christmas movie too. Are you willing to take that one and have some consistency, or are you just gonna pull something out of your tail?
Pull something out of my tail because I haven't seen that movie, Snakes on a Plane.
Well, it's pretty.
Also, I don't know when that movie is set. Like what time of year it's set.
I mean, it has about the same amount of Christmas theming in it as Die Hard. Now, it doesn't really take place during Christmas, admittedly.
For me, having a movie that's set during Christmas and has an amazing quote as, "Now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho," is more than enough for me to conclude that this is a Christmas classic.
It literally has Maddie's two favorite things, like the holiday spirit and violence.
The holiday spirit and violence. I've already said Alan Rickman, but I'm going to say it again because
do you just have like a thing for Alan Rickman?
Dude, who doesn't have a thing for Alan Rickman?
I don't
Come
have
on.
a thing for Alan Rickman.
He does
You're
have
in-
a nice voice.
You're in denial.
I'm in denial, she says.
Yeah.
Well, Ronnie, you've been asking for evidence. You haven't exactly provided anything that Die Hard's not a Christmas movie.
True.
I was just saying there's no Christmas themes in it. It just happens to take place at Christmas. And like they mention Christmas a couple of times. So it's just a story that takes place during Christmas. Doesn't make it a Christmas movie. I'm waiting for the Christmas miracles. I'm waiting for...
He won.
Well, but that's not a Christmas miracle. He's a highly...
How's that not a Christmas miracle?
He's a highly trained and capable fighter, okay? Any highly trained and capable fighter can take on a squadron of terrorists. It's
Like-
okay, like it takes... We've all seen all of the action movies. It takes roughly 100, hired goons and 3 big bosses to be able to take on one action hero movie star. That's not a Christmas miracle. It's basic math.
I mean, is a machine gun not a Christmas miracle?
No, it's not. Okay. You know what happened during World War I when Christmas rolled around? Everybody dropped their guns. It was a brutal bloodshed and Spanish flu and tuberculosis and people dropping left and rights and landmines and outdated war tactics with modern war technology. Just people on people into the meat grinder. As soon as Christmas hit, everybody's shaking hands and hugging. And of course, Christmas was over. They went right back to it. But then World War I was more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard.
I mean, but what are the odds?
Well, it can spread the spirit.
I mean, what are the odds of a machine gun in an office building? Come on, let's see. A miracle.
When
right
you
there.
throw
He got the
terrorists
machine-
into it,
Yeah.
dude, weren't
He got
you
the
born
machine
in
gun
America?
from the terrorists.
Weren't you?
Yes, bro.
Aren't you American, Canto? You should know what the odds are of a machine gun in an office building. Okay, it's pretty dang
I
likely
mean-
around here.
I don't work in an office job. I work fast food, man.
Oh, so it's even more likely.
Wait,
I was
so,
gonna
like,
say.
Like you keep throwing out these gotchas like you're not proving my point.
Okay, so when he offs one of the minions, what you call them, minor villain, I guess, he puts a Santa hat on him, throws him out the window, and the body lands on the car to get the cops' attention. And welcome to the party. I'm like, well, that's a nice Christmas party invitation.
Maddie,
And
I think your perspective is twisted. I think you need psychiatric help.
You're saying that like I don't already know that.
Okay, then do something about it, and maybe we'll come back next year and you'll have actually picked a Christmas movie for this debate.
Who says I'm not doing something about it already? You don't know.
Maybe
I am.
I says, and I am the brown horse sensei. I am all knowing. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, so does anybody else have anything they want to say about Die Hard before we move on?
I have never seen it, but I saw like Crimson Rogue's review of it, and he also indicated that it is a Christmas movie. Just like how like Home Alone is a Christmas movie.
Now, Home Alone, I would definitely say is a Christmas movie. And that one's got the Christmas themes in it and the Christmas miracles yeah, I'll take that. Okay, that's a really good Christmas action movie. Canto, tell me about your pick.
I have for my pick as the quintessential Christmas movie of the early 2000s of when I was born. Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got the baby man with us who the youngster, right? You are so young, Canto, that you can't even remember how bad Jim Carrey's Grinch is.
Oh, how dare you!
I do dare, sir. Now tell me why it's good.
Literally.
Tell me why it's
All right.
good so I can dismantle you.
Aside from just Jim Carrey, I mean, we have like you're looking at like an expanded on theme in a realistic setting of a storybook movie by Dr. Seuss. You have a very storybook looking city, outlandish costume designs, Like, it's stellar comedy, with comedy for both children and for adults to enjoy. Like, and then there is just the musical performance and the performance of just every actor there. Like, it was just a great movie, a great watch.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they want to add or take away from that?
I am not a
Everyone but the Grinch in that movie sucks.
I am not a Jim Carrey fan. I did not like the ads for that movie. No desire to see it. Still no desire. Just no. Ew.
No,
no.
Alicia, you're talking about Jim Carrey and the 2000 Grinch, and not like the DreamWorks one that came out like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, like not the DreamWorks. Like the DreamWorks one was just because like the narration counteracted what it visually showed, which was like, did you guys not be in the same room? Like when it comes to the Grinch, I prefer Chuck Jones, like the short cartoon.
Yeah, the movie you're talking about, the animated one, it's actually from Illumination, not DreamWorks. But yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's
like
I swear, one day I will have a debate stream where I do not devour my own foot, but today is not that day. Thank you, Maddie. Okay, so Alisia brings up a good point. It sort of goes against what the Grinch is supposed to be about by having pretty much the entirety of Whoville drop to the Grinch's level, and it just trivializes Christmas. Now, you see the original animated Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, is definitely the superior version because it's showing just the perspective of someone on the outside who has come to hate Christmas. We don't really know why, but we don't really need to. Everybody knows somebody who hates Christmas and acts like this, right? They're the same ones that get offended by every time they go to a mall and see a Christmas tree, and they write letters to the mall going, "Take down that Christmas tree, it's offensive," right? Like, we've seen it happen. Okay, and they, with the Grinch, it was about everything that surrounded Christmas, and so he thought that he could cripple or kill Christmas by taking away the material aspects of that, but he didn't know that Whoville had the spiritual meaning of Christmas, which you can't take away. If you bring down everybody in Whoville, that they're just proving the Grinch's point, you nullify the whole message of the movie.
I think that was kind of the point, though. I want to believe that with that film, it was showing how easy it is to forget what the point is until you no longer have what you were mainly focusing on.
Which we could definitely do for a Christmas movie and has been done perfectly fine before. Why would you attach the Grinch's? Why would you attach the name of How the Grinch Stole Christmas on it and disrespect the source material like that?
Was it supposed to be satire?
Probably. I mean, it's Jim Carrey. It was. I don't know how much of a creative influence he had on that film, but I want to believe that taking the satire of what the original message is was a good point especially for me as a kid, because when I was a kid, I was in the eyes of Cindy Lou. I saw that everywhere I went. Everyone was more concerned about, what exactly their presents were, how much everything was going to cost, making sure all the lights were up, so everyone knew we're celebrating Christmas, And so it's like, for me, it was kind of like, man, Christmas is just about sitting there and celebrating with your family, and also including people who may not have a family, like the Grinch.
All right. I still stand by what I was saying about how it didn't need to be a Grinch movie then.
Yeah, but I feel like, it was a lot more entertaining that way. And in with that script, though, you had just the random things you wouldn't think would be involved in the original story, like the Grinch throwing out his own dog for celebrating Christmas. You're like, you didn't think he hated Christmas that much to just throw out his own dog?
No, you got that pretty clearly in the animated movie.
Yeah, that he wasn't very friendly to Max until at the end when the message of Christmas hit him, and then he started caring. It's just like, aw. Then he started
Yeah.
being nicer to Max.
I mean, it's not like he hated his dog, but it's not like he was the perfect pet owner either.
Correct.
Yes, yeah.
Additionally, it is possible to go for Jim Carrey to be too much Jim Carrey. And I believe in this movie, he was being too much Jim Carrey to the point where it was just the acting lost all subtlety and it just became a caricature of himself.
I'll give the man some credit for having such body acting in that suit.
Well, Jim Carrey's one of the best body actors that ever lived. Nobody's going to take that away from him, but like I'm saying, there is too much of a good thing.
I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that perspective. But like for like a story, like a kid's storybook, like I feel like that was like if there was any place to put it, it would be there. Because even among the outlandish characters that are the Who's, the Grinch is still like seen, like plainly seen as an oddity for just how he moves around. And I think like that's as a theater kid, I can like admire that.
All right. Does anybody else want to add or take away from Canto's horrible suggestion?
Okay, so I'm just gonna chime in here. This version of the Grinch is a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. So, for many reasons. Yes, it's because of Jim Carrey, but also the narrative of it being more about like how the people in Whoville aren't these perfect, innocent people that have everything right, and the Grinch is just this castaway guy living on top of a mountain, away from all these people because he happens to hate Christmas. He doesn't hate Christmas, he hates people. And how people act around Christmas time. And to me, like, because everyone is so they're so into all of the materialistic side of Christmas, the commercial side of it, and everyone's about showing up to the next door neighbor with how bright their Christmas lights are, etc., etc. And I'm like, okay, this might not feel like the Grinch story, like compared to the storybook or indeed the Chuck Jones version, but to me, it's very much a parallel of how sometimes Christmas can be for people in real life. And yeah, for me, that's why this version, it does mean a lot to me. So yeah.
Alrighty then.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, that's all well and good. Let's see here. We did Canto, we did Alisia. That just leaves DJ for now. DJ, what's your pick?
Well, originally it was going to be Muppets, but Alisia beat me to it. So, so I have a different Christmas Carol. Thankfully, I had a backup. I'm going to go with the Disney Christmas Carol. Not the one with Jim Carrey. The original one with Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, like that one's good too.
Okay, so what makes that one a good movie?
Or for one thing, they already had a character named Scrooge, so perfect casting.
Well, the only reason they had that was because they ripped off of A Christmas Carol.
Second was honestly, it's just a good brief telling of it. It's pretty short. I think it's only like 20 minutes or something. So it's more of a special than a movie, but it had some very good tellings of the story. And just having the different favorite Disney characters playing the roles, like Goofy as Marley, is just hilarious. And I think it's the only time in a Disney movie I've ever seen Mickey cry. Like actual just horrified tears of sadness. And it is just it does something to you seeing Mickey that sad.
Yeah.
And then Pete being the ghost of Christmas future, sending Scrooge down to hell.
Yeah.
Talk about imagery.
A lot of fire.
So I'm gonna have to leave this one.
Envision the Pete. Why yours, Ebenezer?
I'm gonna need to leave this one to everybody else to tear apart because I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Old.
But I'm sure you're
How dare
wrong,
you.
DJ, and I'm sure you're a terrible person.
You're just gonna say it because you weren't cast in his every role. That's your go-to every time.
Now listen, for the Disney one, I should have been cast as the Ghost of Christmas Past. Okay, I have zero idea what I'm talking about, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Honestly, I don't remember who was the Ghost of Christmas Past in that
So
movie.
was that bad and that forgettable of a movie?
The Ghost of Christmas
Yeah.
Past. The Ghost of Christmas Past in Disney's version of Christmas Carol was Jiminy Cricket.
That's right.
Hey, yo.
Because every single ghost was played by another character from another Disney own thing.
I would make a good Jiminy Cricket. I do tend to be a little bit of a moral busybody.
Who is late on his first day of work.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, but listen, I live in Florida. I live in Central Florida, okay? You would not believe the traffic.
Okay, so technically it's called Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Okay.
Apparently when you search the Disney one, it comes up with the Jim Carrey movie, and I have no interest in seeing that horror flick.
Hey, man.
It kind of is a horror flick, though. You're not wrong, DJ. I mean, it's that was probably gonna be my pick. I'm not sure. I'm actually still wrestling with it in my head, but that is very close adaptation to the original, and it gets freaky at times.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, I'm very sure the original had quite the chase scene.
Alrighty then. So go ahead, guys. What were you saying about Disney's version of A Christmas Carol?
Yeah, so the Mickey one, the Ghost of Christmas Present. I had to remember the character's name because he never gets a name. It's Willie the Giant from like the Beanstalk stories.
Oh, him.
And it's kind of funny when he steps out of the house and he picks up a lamppost and he just undoes the top and it just makes a little mini flashlight for him to walk around because he's still a giant.
Yeah.
It's just a fun little short to get you in the holiday mood.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know we're going for like movies, but sometimes you just need something that's just quick. Get you in the season, get you going. You got Christmas, you got presents to wrap, you got stuff to decorate. You just put it on repeat in the background.
Yeah.
Oh God, repeat that. No, don't do that. That's how you get the Disney brainwashing. And then you get adult fans of Disney. And have you ever met an adult Disney fan? They are by far the worst. Like I would sooner, I would sooner hang out with a Brony.
You are definitely dissing someone in the car.
It's almost like it's deliberate.
You see, Canto, here's what I do. I shoot from the hip with a 12 gauge buckshot, which means it spreads and I'm gonna hit something.
Hides like my 90s Disney movies. They're on VHS.
Hey, I take pride in one of my old ones. I got a copy of Little Mermaid with the messed up poster on it that's on beta.
Oh, wow.
VHS.
Nice.
Is
I'd probably sell that for a few bucks to a collector.
No, I doubt it goes for anything.
I think back home in Scotland, I still have the Mickey's Christmas Carol on VHS somewhere.
Jasper Pie's in the chat going, someone call Sweetie Bloom. Go ahead, call Sweetie Bloom. I'm not afraid of Sweetie Bloom.
I told you.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of the Popo. Call the Popo ho, okay? She knows what I'm about.
He also called you a heretic, and you should turn in your geek badge.
Well,
Oh no.
why? Just because I haven't fallen for the Disney brainwashing? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so much more intelligent than you.
I mean, when did this movie come out? 1983 was when
Oh yeah, no, I was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think my mom was born then. Oh my god.
That was 6 years before I
Oh my
was
God,
born.
your mother was born. I need to stop the linear progression of time. This is getting to be too much. Nobody should be that young.
It's
Oh, hey,
either she was born around that time or she was like a very small kid around that time. Like 83, she was 4. Oh my god.
You know, we're only 20 years away from the 200th anniversary of Christmas Carol.
Oh my god.
1843.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so we're getting a little off track here. Nobody else has anything to say about DJ's horrible suggestion?
It is
Honestly, haven't even watched it.
It is like a very sweet like special, and I found it one time online somewhere, and then watching it, it's just like yee.
Go watch it.
Yeah, for me, that one was very much a part of childhood at Christmas time. It was like, you know how everyone has the movies you have to watch at Christmas. That one was one of them, even though it's technically not a movie.
Mhm.
And I've made a video on that one, just a shameless plug right here. I made a video about the special, and that's how much it means to me as well. So
Save for later.
yeah, because it was like Mickey wasn't in a lot of stuff through the 60s and 70s, and then he was brought back for this one. And it's also, as far as I know, someone in the chat will probably correct me here, it's the only Christmas Carol movie where the Ghost of Christmas Future talks. I think. So that's kind of a fun fact. So yeah.
Disney one maybe. I know they had Tasmanian Devil in Bah Humduck.
Oh yeah, like
Which
that's
I guess that
another
kind of
good
counts
one.
as talking.
I think in like My Little Ponies
Well,
version of Christmas Carol, Luna sang and.
I'm meaning like Christmas specials that aren't tied to a series, but yeah.
Well, you see, as much as I want to be for the Friendship is Magic, like holiday specials, like the hearthwarming, but I can't. It's hearthwarming. It's not Christmas, and therefore it's not a Christmas movie.
I don't know. I think Best Gift Ever counts as a pretty good one.
It is really freaking good.
Yeah.
God, I laughed so hard. everything about that was like we hadn't seen the writing that good in a very long time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but I need to rant on it. Why did we never get a US release of that special?
We didn't? It was on Netflix.
It's on Netflix, but we never got a physical release of that special.
Sounds like a job for the pirates.
Oh, yeah,
well, you can still get one, but it's an overseas copy. That's what I have in my collection, is an overseas copy.
Yeah, see, y'all asked me something I knew nothing about, because I was like, man, I was in high school when that was going on. Jesus.
Have you seen Best Gift Ever, Canto?
I mean, yeah, I bootlegged it on YouTube, but when it came out initially, I think I was like in high school, so I was like trying to appear normal to people.
Now Equestria Girls had like a winter or holiday special sort of thing. What did they say hearthwarming or did they say Christmas? Because I haven't seen that bit.
I never watched it.
I don't even think they got to Christmas. Wait,
I don't remember.
It was an anthology special. I know that much.
Yeah.
All I remember is the Snowball War from like those shorts, and Pinky having a pie. I think.
I think it was a.
Phrasing.
I wasn't even thinking that. Thank you.
Oh God, the implications.
DJ did it.
I know he did. He's the only.
Yeah, he knows. Brawny knows I'll use this thing.
He's the only one here with a soundboard.
Oh man.
At least until we get
that was
Silverquill on.
perfect, man.
And then
That was perfect, man.
Alrighty then. So, if there's nothing else about about that, then we'll get to mine. And I mean, I want to go with the Best Gift Ever, but like I said, not a Christmas movie, so I don't know if it counts. We could take it back to the original title and just go with generic holiday, but we all know that like hearthwarming is technically, I mean, it's like Christmas, sort of. Actually, no, it's not. Hearthwarming is not at all like Christmas.
I think there was Christmas trees.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's like
trees.
that's like an American sort of like Western culture tradition thing. It might be closer to Yuletide, actually, like the old Viking holiday that happened in winter that they used to, celebrate merriment and unity and to just keep people's spirits up so that they didn't kill themselves during the winter. But like, yeah, so I don't really think like it's Christmas because it looks like Christmas, but thematically it doesn't have anything to do with Christmas. Because like I don't think there's Jesus in Equestria.
Well, in one of them, wasn't there like a Jesus-looking pony?
There was a Jesus-looking pony in the background, and I remember pointing that out. I said, "Dang, you know it's a good party when Jesus shows up."
Yeah.
Endless wine.
Yeah.
Precisely. Endless wine. Yeah.
The good stuff too, apparently, if that one wedding was anything to go by.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's blood wine.
All right. No, it wasn't quite the blood wine yet. But like, and now I'm just like having trouble picking because Harriman in the chat says It's a Wonderful Life, and that's a really good one. The Home Alone hits all the beats and is an action slapstick, so it's like they pandered it directly to me, so that those are really good ones too. But I feel like I can't say those because now I'm stealing theirs.
Do you need an idea, Brawny?
Carol Kirkpatrick says, I liked My Little Pony Gen 3, a very minty Christmas. It was cute. Alisia, go tell your sister she's banned.
I shall do that tomorrow because she's going to come over so we can make peanut butter balls.
Mm-hmm. I told you guys about that like Twitter exchange I had with Cruiser Brony right before the beginning of the show. When he's like, it's Christmas, and I'm like, well, and all I did was I tweeted back at him a gif from the movie 8 Crazy Nights, which is technically a Hanukkah movie, but I don't know anything about Hanukkah. I feel like I would be
don't you dare include that movie in this.
As much as I am against the idea of cultural appropriation, that one I don't think I'd be able to. I don't think I'd have a leg on to stand for 8 Crazy Nights if I tried to defend that one.
What about when you got ran over by a reindeer or like the Rein-Kun?
Oh my God, no! Okay, so Alisia, you're banned now too. Get out of my dojo.
No.
I would sooner take 8 Crazy Nights.
Actually, you're banned. You're banned, Brawny. You're banned from your own show.
What do you mean I'm banned from my own show?
Bro,
he's banned Rein-Kun bass here.
Yo, Grandma got ran over by a reindeer was literally my childhood.
You had a horrible childhood.
Every year.
I'm gonna sign you up for therapy, Canto.
Hey, yo.
It's funny, and like I grew up with like the Rein-Kun bass on like that were like reruns as well as like the Charlie Brown Christmas special on TV.
See, now that's one you can pick, Brawny. Pick Charlie Brown.
I actually haven't seen the Charlie Brown.
No way!
Not all the way. Because it's boring. I've tried. I have tried to sit down and watch it a few times, and I couldn't get through it. That movie cures my insomnia every December.
This cannot be
You are a
real.
heretic. We are getting the heavy flamer.
No way!
You know what?
Oh my God.
No. I got it. Okay, the stop motion Little Drummer Boy. By the same folks that did. Okay, that is an actual Christmas movie, right? Because it is about the literal Christmas, and it's got all of the Christmas themes, and it tells a really nice story of Christmas from a unique perspective. Like we know that dude was there, but we didn't know much, so it's cool. It gave him a story, and yeah, I would say Little Drummer Boy. Perfect Christmas movie. Close second, The Santa Claus.
Yeah,
I know everybody's mad at me for not saying Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but here's the thing. That movie's just about, nobody likes you if you're different unless they can use you for something.
Now you sound like Twitter.
I know, I do. It's almost like I'm trolling for the bit tonight.
You're chomping at the bit is what you're doing.
Like Little Drummer Boy, we had like the VHS tape of that, and just my heart.
Yeah. So Little Drummer Boy, that's what I suggest. What do you guys think?
Honestly, haven't watched it.
I gotta Okay, so new rule on Brony debates: you gotta be old enough to drink to come on this show.
Hey yo, don't give up on me like this. Not like this.
Clayton's S says, how about the Hanna-Barbera Nativity? I actually haven't seen that one either. I didn't
I
even
don't
know
think I
that.
remember that one.
Vulpecula says Santa Claus with Tim Allen. He's banned.
I mean, it's a good movie series.
I do
Gotta
not.
get
I
it.
don't think it's a good movie series.
You just don't know good comedy.
No, but I know good storytelling. I know, and yes,
One
That's
was kind of
debatable,
fun.
apparently.
Another Christmas Carol version that I just remembered watching on TV growing up was like was like a Flintstones Christmas Carol, and I think Tiny Toons may have had one. I think.
I don't remember the Tiny Toons one. I do remember the Flintstones one. I
Okay.
was upset that they
Tiny Toons,
stopped
I'm
airing
not
that one.
Tiny Toons I'm not 100% on, but I remember there was something with a Christmas special with them. But I can't remember what it was exactly.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so nobody has anything to say about Little Drummer Boy.
I've never seen it.
Oh man.
Okay, it's not just me. It's not just me. Thank
We
you.
got Jasper Pygo and Brawny. Have you seen anything after I missed 2 specials? Right, that doesn't sound like they were any good in the first place.
Oh, I forgot about Babes in Toyland. Like that was a neat live action movie. Like we have the VHS of that. I think he's talking about the live action.
I feel like I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
It says Tiny Toons did It's a Wonderful Life.
Ah.
A lot of shows have ripped on that one.
Yeah.
A lot of shows.
And the
It would be a tough competition to see who has the more, parodies or adaptations between A Christmas Carol and It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, like we got the Jetsons Christmas Carol, we got the Flintstones Christmas Carol, we got the
and like the Jetsons and
Yeah.
and then like there was like Maxine's Christmas Carol. That was a fun animated.
Someone I think it was a pest analysis in the chat. Someone just reminded me of Elf. And you know something? I'm willing to vouch for Elf.
Yeah.
Elf is a really good one. That one's all about Christmas spirit and Santa music and the miracles and things like that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to fight you on that one because I hate Elf.
Really?
I never watched.
Well, at least I'm getting some pushback now. At least it's an actual debate. Go ahead, Alisia. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, like that movie. Like, I never watched it, but the ads, I'm like, not touching that one. The ads turned me away. Like, no.
I've watched the movie, and I've also seen like a theater program from when I was in high school do it in like my freshman year. So like, I will say that Elf is good. Oh, it's all right, but it's not something I would go out of my way to watch. I think it's just because I don't find Will Ferrell funny.
He's not.
I'm not a fan of him either.
I like to laugh, and he's not funny to me.
But back to the little drummer boy. Personally, it's the one I don't like going back to a whole lot. It's fine, but it's not exactly the most fun. Now, for a more biblical Christmas story, I would definitely lean more towards the one Don Bluth did back in the day. That's short. I can't remember what it was called.
Small one.
Small one. That's it. Thank you, Maddie.
I've never heard of that.
It basically leads into the Christmas story, but it's not technically like a Christmas story, but it's part of that biblical telling. It's very sweet.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out then.
Oh, and one
I think that was his first directing job.
Oh.
Yes, it was.
Alrighty then. So, with that, I think now's a good time to get into audience participation. Unless anybody has anything they want to say before I do that.
One other movie that I just remembered watching, and we have the VHS tape of is Care Bear's Nutcracker.
Oh,
yeah.
They had a Nutcracker movie?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It was entertaining, and it is something.
Oh, the 80s.
Oh, man.
Another one I wanted to mention before we move to audience participation is Klaus.
Klaus
yeah, it's
was
the Netflix
great.
one.
I can't believe I forgot about Klaus. I just watched it last year, and I freaking loved every second of it.
That animation is so good.
That animation was so good. Oh, I'm kicking myself now.
Tradition for me every year now since it was released. I'd have to watch that one. I think I've watched it 3 times already this year.
Has that one gotten a physical yet? I know Netflix sometimes does physical. I'd love to have a permanent copy of that.
I think there is a Region 2 version, but don't hold me to that.
I mean, at this point, I couldn't care less as long as I have a copy.
Vulpecula says a VeggieTales Christmas, and somehow that one escaped me growing up. Like
I don't think I know that one, and we've seen tons of VeggieTales.
I've not seen that. I may have to ask Kyle about that, because like he showed me a few little VeggieTale things. You have to ask him. And with Klaus, like one of my friends had like streamed that to us. Like I wasn't a part of that, and and all the reactions were just like my heart.
All right.
I will say, I think this has been one of the most heated debates in a while, which is fun.
Well, I've been purposefully flamboyant tonight, so it certainly didn't help anything.
I mean, it's not too different from how you usually are.
Well, at least this time I can sort of back it up. I don't know. I just want everybody out there to know I've been mostly trolling tonight.
Yeah.
Like actually, like Canto. In all seriousness, the Jim Carrey Grinch movie. I freaking love that. I watch it at least twice a year. I can recite it line for line. I've been able to recite it line for line since it came out.
I will say he's very quotable in that movie.
Oh yeah,
no, he is.
I
right?
was driving Heather's family nuts back in 2020 when I went to go see it because they put on that movie and like I had to like the movie was playing and I was helping her younger sister like build a playset for her kids, whatever, right? But I'm sitting there building this thing, just quoting the movie, like acting out the movie alongside the movie, and I had to like stop myself at like 5 different occasions because I'm like, oh, I'm probably driving Heather's family nuts with my antics right here, imitating, just acting out all of these parts this whole time. And then I would just catch myself doing it again 5 minutes later.
Right, that's the beauty of Jim Carrey. You literally cannot not quote him.
Oh, geez. I believe that was the script where they literally wrote in the script at some point in time, Jim Carrey proceeds to act like Jim Carrey. Yeah. And it was just like, you know what? We got Jim Carrey acting in a full bodysuit. Just freaking go crazy, dude.
Remember the scene where he's giving Max the dog direction and he's wearing a hat that is apparently he took the hat from the director. Like that is the actual director's hat. That he's wearing in that scene.
Another scene in that a bit of trivia that I know about that is where he's like looking for something to wear to the party, and he tries to fashion the tablecloth into like a skirt or something like that. So he's supposed to rip this tablecloth off and everything's supposed to just clatter to the floor that's on it, but he ends up doing a perfect tablecloth trick and everything and that wasn't scripted. That wasn't scripted. It was supposed to all come clattering to the floor, and he just accidentally did it perfectly, and nothing fell. So then he comes back and knocks it all off, and then they just use that take.
I remember that. We just go.
Yeah, I'm a psycho. Freaking
hate, loathe.
Kids these days so desensitized by movies and television. What do you want?
My sister always quotes the schedule thing.
Oh God, the schedule thing is a mood.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into audience participation here.
Yeah.
Noah Harris says, so if this is your first time, I'm tripping all over myself. I do this every week. I have seen some new names in the chat tonight, so I want to go tell you what we're doing here. So I've been reading the chat. Hopefully these guys have been reading the chat too. If I see something interesting, like an interesting comment or a good question, I'm gonna mention it now in the last segment of the show here. So the first one I actually want to bring up is in one of our Skype groups. Maddie, did you see what Aramau had said?
No.
Aramau said Princess Bride is a Christmas movie. The house outside the window of the kid's room has Christmas lights. He has Santa on his closet, and there are Christmas decorations in the hall when his grandpa opens the door. Still more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard. And then Solar posted a meme that shot your argument right out of the water and said it was released and the meme says it was released in July.
I know, it's released in July.
Not a Christmas movie. I am
How dare you,
objective.
Brony? Everyone knows Christmas is in July.
I was about to argue that Christmas in July is a thing, that people do that.
Yeah,
if people are retarded, but that's not. I mean, that doesn't make them right.
Let Maddie talk.
It's also the Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer with Christmas in July setting. With
Okay. So Maddie, what's up? I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I've missed it. It's okay.
Ah, shoot, I feel bad now.
No.
Okay.
It's okay. It's fine.
I got too into it. Noah Harris says, "Hi, Brawny and Mad Munchkin. What is your favorite elf moment?"
Oh. You sit on a throne of lies.
That is a
It
great.
never goes away.
I know, Santa. You're not Santa.
There's so many different moments from that movie I love, and admittedly, I have only seen that film once from start to finish. The rest of the time, it's like you just see lots of the clips used in various places out of context, and a lot of the times when you see these clips used, and like, I don't know if people watch movie therapy on YouTube, but they use like clips here and there that are just preparing the episodes that are there about, and when they use moments from Elf, I mean, they've actually made a video about Elf as well, but you sit on a throne of lies.
Oh, you know what the best part of that movie is?
Just how he just whispers it, and it's so creepy, but so damn funny at the same time.
You know what the best part of that movie is?
What's that?
He must be a South Pole elf.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. I would argue, I know people earlier, you guys said that Will Ferrell isn't all that funny, and I have to agree with you there. He's not funny, but the one movie that I do find him genuinely funny in is Elf and Megamind. And
Yes.
I'll just end the sentence there, but yeah.
He was Megamind?
He was the voice of Megamind. Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't tell in the slightest.
You know something?
Another good movie.
The movie Stranger Than Fiction got a bad rap because they marketed it as a Will Ferrell comedy movie, and it definitely was not. But it wasn't a bad movie.
No, that's a brilliant movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember watching that, and everybody in the theater was like just waiting for Will Ferrell to do something funny. And I was walking out of the theater, and I heard someone else go, "Man, Will Ferrell didn't even try to do something funny in that movie." Like,
Well, it wasn't a comedy, first of all, but yeah.
I know, but they even spun it in the trailers like a comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Harriman says, "It's a Wonderful Life is my favorite because it's both the giving and caring spirit of the season in Christianity, and it's a triumph of persistent good over ever-present evil."
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'll be honest, I've never seen the original.
I've never seen it.
I haven't either.
Oh my lord!
What's up?
You guys
Breaking
haven't seen
Maddie's
it?
heart.
Yeah. Oh yeah! Like Jimmy Stewart, man, come on! Seriously! Oh my god! You have not seen It's a Wonderful Life.
No, Maddie.
No.
I'm young, Maddie.
We're gonna have to get a watch party. We're gonna have to. I mean, at this point, we don't even have young as an excuse anymore. DJ doesn't have that excuse. He's almost, he's old enough that he should have at least tried to see it by
I've
now.
only seen parodies,
We just gotta get you some culture, young man.
I've seen Miracle on 34th Street.
Okay.
I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life, but I have seen oh crap, my brain just forgot the movie, but it's got Frank Sinatra in it, as well as crap, I'm forgetting like the chick's name, and I think Bing Crosby's in that too. It's like a winter Christmas set like movie, and I've seen that, and my brain's forgetting the title of it.
About White Christmas, are you?
Probably. I don't know. Like I remember there was I do remember the song White Christmas was sang, and like I think and Bing Crosby had like the piano, and taking like his pipe to like the ornaments, I think, on a tree.
Okay, because there's technically 2 White Christmas movies. The first one is not called White Christmas, but it's basically the exact same movie. They just remade it and called it White Christmas. It's called The Holiday Inn. And I think that might be the one that you're talking about. Yeah,
that.
So,
All right, so Paladin Pony in here says, have any of you seen A Christmas Story? And I have a funny story about that. Okay, so where I'm from, in Louisiana, like there is a channel that plays, I don't know if any of you guys know that, but you might know this. They play A Christmas Story on repeat all Christmas Day, and my grandmother, without fail, watches it all day. And
I hate that they do that.
Like, I don't hate it, but my grandmother, I don't understand how she can sit there and watch it all day and laugh at all the same things all day. I multiple times that day I hear, "Ah, Ralphie!"
Yeah, that movie got ruined for me because they keep doing that.
I have no desire to see
Honestly,
that movie.
same, Brawny.
I've never seen it.
That movie.
Like, I'm pretty sure I'd get sick of Jim Carrey's Christmas Carol if they played it all day every day for a week.
It's just something that I thought about. It made me think about my grandmother, and I know how she's going to do it again this year. I know she is. I know she is.
Samet Lion wants to know if we've seen the FX Christmas Carol show.
The what now?
No.
No, I don't think we have, Samet.
I don't even know
That's
what that
foreign
is.
to me.
No.
It's foreign
FX
to
had a
me,
Christmas
Brody.
Carol show?
Yeah, I guess they did. I don't know. This is the first time hearing of it. Paladin Pony T says, "Have you guys ever watched the movie Krampus? And if not, how many Christmas horror movies have we seen?"
I don't do good with horror, so I'm full out.
I've seen a Muppets Christmas Carol.
That is not horror.
You tell me that with that last half with a straight face.
Okay, so that there does get dark, but is it on par or more dark than Scrooge almost falling square into hell in the Mickey Christmas Carol?
I mean, Christmas Carol in general does kind of count as a horror story.
Yeah, Christmas Carol, the Disney version is what I watched. I don't know if that exactly counts as horror, but for me in middle school, I was like, what is this? Why did they do this? It's the Jim Carrey movie. What?
Now the Jim Carrey movie,
one.
the Jim Carrey movie definitely has a little bit of visual horror to it, but I'm a wimp. I'm gonna admit that straight out. I don't do horror movies either.
Yeah.
It was like, holy frick, this is visually intense, the Jim Carrey movie, but I could handle it just fine. It's not like I lost sleep over it or had trouble eating,
Yeah.
Krampus is, I haven't seen that one, but it looks pretty dang brutal. And I don't think I'd be able to handle Krampus. I know Heather wants to watch Krampus. She's gonna have to do it without me. I don't think it...
Yeah, you can watch it. I'll be watching it with you, safe under the pillow where I cannot see it.
All right, sounds good. Let's see here. We've got a few more coming up here. Mr. C. Stallion, which is a name I've never seen before. Welcome to the show. I hope you're enjoying yourself. He says, we have all the old Disney movies on VHS. Unfortunately, our VCR died a long time ago. Okay, Mr. C. Stallion, I'm going to help you out. They're on eBay for not very much. But even quicker than that, I'll bet you could go to a pawn shop, or I bet you could go to thrift stores around your area and probably find one that works for $1. I'm not even joking. Or just, cruise around town, and especially during the summer, if you're in if you're north of the Carolinas, because I don't know where you are, but in the summer, especially when people are just having yard sales and garage sales, I'll bet you'll turn up one of those TV VHS things that and those will help you out there. Let's see here.
I've had good luck at Goodwill.
Yeah, Goodwill's pretty good about that.
Yeah.
Which Clayton Hess wants to know which version of the Grinch does everyone prefer?
The Chuck Jones Christmas special.
Well, you said earlier that's the only one you've seen, so we might have to expand your culture a little bit there, Alicia.
I've seen the Illumination one through like nostalgia critic reviewing it in CinemaSins.
That doesn't count.
It counteracts what is being narrated. It's like, it's like, could you go in the opposite of what's being said anymore?
Listen, Alicia, you don't need to take my points. I was trolling. Alrighty then. Pastor Analysis says, have we seen Christmas Vacation and what did we think of it? It's a great movie. It's freaking hilarious. Too real.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's one of those National Lampoon movies.
Oh, I'm not a fan of.
Oh, well, the old ones were really good. I mean, once they started doing American Pie, they sort of just dropped off. Their everything just dropped off a cliff. But like the old ones, the Family Vacation, the Christmas Vacation, those are really good movies. Mm-hmm. You know what we should have talked about? We should have talked about not a Christmas movie. I think but it is a Thanksgiving movie. It's either a Thanksgiving movie or a Christmas movie. I can't remember off the top of my head. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh my god, yeah, that's technically a Thanksgiving movie, but yeah, that is a brilliant movie.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
He did a reference to that, didn't they?
See it.
Didn't MLP have like a background reference to that movie or something? Or
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think My Little Pony did.
Yes.
Someone pointed that out.
Who were the stars of that movie?
Steve Martin and John Candy.
Ah, so
Yeah.
Steve Martin. He's
Did,
usually pretty funny.
Was Uncle Buck technically a Christmas movie? It took place in winter. I don't think it was a Christmas movie, though.
It was technically spread out throughout.
Okay.
Yeah, throughout time. I can't remember if Christmas happened during it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Would Prancer count as a Christmas movie? I just remember that one.
Oh, what was the movie?
No.
Prancer.
No, I haven't seen that one, so I don't know.
We have VHS of it, and I just remembered it.
Mm.
I don't remember too much of it, but I remembered the title and there's a deer and the girl befriends the deer. I think the deer dies, though.
That's depressing.
Yeah, it's not a very happy movie. It's kind of like old, like Yeller. It's just like, oh, this is nice, and it's like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Like, have you guys seen the Tom and Jerry Nutcracker? Is it just me?
Oh,
Like,
yes, like I've seen that. That is an entertaining thing.
Always have hit and miss movies.
Carol Kirkpatrick says, hey, Brawny, have you seen the movie Miracle on 34th Street? I have. I don't remember all that much of it, which is a shame because I know it's a good movie, right?
But the original or the reboot?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's two. So. Yeah.
Frick, you're right. I think I've seen. I think I've seen the original in bits and pieces. The original was black and white, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen bits and
I
pieces.
think it got
of
colorized
that.
later.
It did.
Man.
I think my grandma had that movie on VHS, and I think it was the colorized version, where like there was color with it.
Yeah, but I have no idea. Well, that's all I've got for chat. Did anybody else see anything they wanted to address?
Well,
I wanted
Clayton...
to.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
Okay, well, Clayton Hess said, you guys slay me, and I have no idea how much authority I have, which I have none, but I will pretend I have authority and say, you were on the naughty list for that. I am coming to deal with you personally.
You better respect puns in my dojo, because we're all about the puns in here. I see Fetch 2629-1 says, have you seen The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus? Yes, I have. I think that was the one of the ones I was talking about earlier. That was a really good one. It's kind of weird. Last year there was a debate about whose side were you on, the snow miser or the heat miser.
Ah.
And I don't know why there was suddenly such a meme about it, but everybody was like, nah, screw the heat miser. Like, it was almost ubiquitous. Everybody was just on the snow miser side, which I can totally agree with. I want a nice snowy Christmas, but that's all besides the point. Any thoughts on Polar Express? Goodness, I mean, it's an all right movie. I don't really have any strong feelings on it one way or another. The animation looks kind of janky, like, and like it was good at the time, but we have better now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
I've never seen the movie, but I know it was made when motion capture was still relatively new and was still camping in the uncanny valley. So I've never watched it because of that. I just find it too creepy. It's just I can't do it.
It was part of Zemeckis' series of those motion capture movies.
Yeah.
That's
I
another
have
one I've
a. Oh,
never
sorry.
seen. Oh, sorry. Go.
I think am I the only person who's like is me and Brony the only person who's seen this movie?
No,
Oh,
I've seen
man.
Polar Express.
Huh?
Okay, so I just want to say, man, this cannot just be only me and Brony. They played it every year in my old elementary school when I was growing up. So like I have a good recollection. I personally enjoyed it. What I found out later, which was crazy, was that Tom Hanks played almost every adult character in that movie.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he played the conductor, he played Santa Claus, he played the bum on the top. I think he also did the weird little Scrooge puppet thing in that scene. He's like, I know what you are. You're a Scrooge! And me finding out that later, I was like, yo, that man has some range. I respect that, man.
Huh, impressive.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's all we got. Paladin and Pony T is looking to get banned and says we should watch Barbie and the Nutcracker.
One of my friends is a big Barbie fan, and she will probably just be like, come on, everyone now!
I'm telling you that Barbie's going to surge in popularity suddenly now that the trailer for the new movie is out.
Gosh.
So, yeah.
There's another one?
There's a new one coming out and it's live action.
Oh no.
It's gonna suck because they didn't hire me to play Barbie.
Animated
stars Margot
live
Robbie.
action doesn't always work.
Oh god.
Yep, they should have hired me to play Barbie. They should have hired me to replace the Black Panther. Just all movies are better with me.
You should have just been like Tom Hanks. I'll just play everyone.
Play everybody.
Or Jim Carrey.
Imagine if Eddie Murphy was good. That's me.
I think you're trying to set too high of a bar for yourself.
Hey.
I think I find your lack of faith disturbing. That's what I think.
Since when have I had faith in you, Brawny? That's not my job.
I don't know. You've been hanging around me for the past 4 or 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
Alrighty then. So I think that's a good place to end it. Does anybody else have anything they want to say before we close out? All right.
Hope
So
everyone has. Sorry.
yeah. So Alisia, give me some closing thoughts here.
This has been very entertaining. Heard about movies, like movies I had not like watched or never even heard of, and I hope everyone has a very safe and Merry Christmas next week.
Alrighty then. Canto, give us some closing thoughts.
Honestly, I had a lot of fun tonight. I realized my age is showing. So like it's nice to like hang out and like talk with you guys about stuff I've not been around to see. So that's gonna be fun, and I hope you guys have a nice little Merry Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever you want to celebrate. You know?
real quick. Is there anyone in my chat, just out of curiosity, that celebrates anything that's not Christmas? Let me know real quick while we're wrapping this up. Go ahead, Canto.
I was like, just again, like have a very nice Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you want to celebrate. Hanukkah, I think I said Hanukkah already. just nice meeting all of you guys, being in this little setting where we can, talk and also I can't believe Brawny hasn't seen, the Charlie Brown Christmas. Heather, I don't know if you're in the chat, but I need you to fix that just because.
Here's a question I want to ask real quick. Is The Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie?
No.
So here's the thing about that movie. It's not a Christmas movie. It's a bad movie.
Hey,
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks so.
Can you video?
No!
Oh my God.
What was that, Matt? Hold on. What was that, Maddie?
I am irked.
Yeah.
Oh my
I caused that so much.
You know something? Heather and Sweetie Bloom did a video about the Nightmare Before Christmas, and I edited it for her. And halfway through editing it, I'm like, yeah, this is really interesting to hear because I've never seen this movie. And they both went, right. And then they forced me to watch it. And I just spent the whole time waiting for it to get good. And it never got good.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Harriman says Halloween movie. I think it's a Halloween movie.
Yeah, it's a Halloween movie.
It's more.
It's what happens when Halloween tries to culturally appropriate Christmas. Like Christmas isn't culturally appropriating Halloween by moving further and further back into the year. The goth kids were supposed to be holding the line. All right.
I'm a fan of like 3 songs.
Maddie, do you have any closing thoughts for tonight?
Well, everyone's been telling everyone to have a nice time, but I'm going to be the opposite. I hope your Christmas is awful. I hope you have a terrible time. I hope that the Sunday, the 25th of December, is just another day, and you all watch Die Hard, and then and after that, watch Home Alone and realize that it's basically Die Hard for kids. And
You're a mean one. Mad Munchkin, and
Also,
your hat is ugly.
Oh no!
How dare you?
No.
Also, randomly, shout out to the movie The Mean One, which people will not know is a thing. It's basically it is actually a horror version of The Grinch.
Yeah, I heard that was coming out. Did that already come out?
I think it will be out soon. I don't think it's out yet.
Oh
but,
man,
yeah.
that's
That was real. I thought it was a joke.
It's real. And also, randomly, because it hasn't been mentioned, and how dare you not mention it, but Gremlins, come on.
Oh,
Gremlins is not a Christmas movie. Okay, now we're falling. What is it with you and movies that happen to take place in and around Christmas? And you're like, it's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie. Gizmo is literally a Christmas present. So there you go. There's my argument for that.
Yeah, every kid wants to hear about their dad, how their dad dressed as Santa Claus burned up in the chimney. Merry Christmas.
I had forgotten about that movie. We have the VHS of it, and it's like that movie is terrifying, but Gizmo's adorable. It's like,
Oh my God.
But anyway, my outro. Happy 25th of December when it comes, whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
All right, and DJ, give us some closing thoughts here.
This tonight's been an absolute blast. I want to thank everyone for coming. It's been a lot of fun just discussing Christmas movies, and also shout out to Mr. Joey Turner, who's been an absolute blast in the chat as well, because he's been hilarious this whole time.
For sure, Joey Turner. We love Joey. Hugs.
Oh yeah. No,
Jasper says, forget Cole, y'all are getting erasers for Christmas. Here's the thing about getting Cole for Christmas, right? And I don't know if this is the actual thing, but I had this thought many years ago. I was like, okay, so here's the thing. Christmas stockings over the fireplace traditionally, right? And then you put a hot, flammable rock that's meant to be burned over the fireplace. Bro, if you're a bad kid and Santa comes and gives you a coal, you are liable to be responsible for the reason your whole house burns down on Christmas.
Oh God.
never thought about that.
Never crossed my mind.
Yeah, I have no idea if that's what's up, but that's just kind of a connection I made independently a long time ago.
I don't think so, because originally I think the stockings were there to dry, so they would be wet.
Yeah.
So if the coal's going in the stocking, it's going to be wet.
Oh yeah, but then the stocking dries, and now the coal is flammable, and so is the stocking. And then the hot burning coal falls to the carpet floor, the hardwood floor, and just lights the whole house on fire, and your whole family dies because. How does that song go? I knocked out, Jenny's teeth. Somebody snitched on me. I'm getting nothing for Christmas. My whole family burned up. That's how that goes.
For some reason, I'm just imagining a kid getting a Charmander for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh
It'd
god.
be the same result. It's just like choo-choo!
Yeah, you can't have a Charmander anywhere, though. The very tail lights things on fire.
They're so cute, though.
Yeah, but not at the cost of, lighting everything on fire. Hey, Charmander, let me get a nice picture of you by the Christmas tree. Woof. Okay, never mind. Let me get a nice picture of you next to my new insurance claim.
Bro.
All right. I hope everybody has a wonderful night, wonderful weekend. Thank you all for coming out. Once again, very grateful to all of my generous supporters on Patreon, especially those on the $10 and up tier. These are Princess Heather Blossom, Shady Oak Ministries, Sid McConroy, Autoknight, Emerald Spencer, Senko, DJ Skywalker, who's with us, Rein-Kun, Morningstar, Pony Cordero, QFlash, Billy Henline, Alden MacManx, EasyModeGamer, Canto, Acrylic VA, who's with us, ZoroArk 720, Mr. Sonic 31, Ridge the Hedgehog, Dark Malcontent, author of the Metaverse series. Go check all of their channels out, especially Mad Munchkins. All those links are in the description. If you would like to be on the show, I would love to have you. We just need to get you onto the Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And then you can come on the show. You can suggest topics. You can suggest the games that we play. Let's see here. And yeah, I will be looking forward to seeing you guys again. I believe next, I'm going to try for Wednesday or Thursday to do a gaming stream because I can't do it Friday. I'm going to be traveling out of town for Christmas. So yeah, Wednesday or Thursday we'll do we'll play some games right before Christmas. But in the meantime, you all have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. God bless. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Whatever ails you. And we will see you all next time. Have a wonderful night and say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, yo.